Hey y'all. Hey y'all, it's your girl Nelly D. And I have the one and only Drew with me. Welcome to the Nelly Drayton Show, where creative souls are welcomed. And we have a seat for you at the table. Come join us. All hearts and minds matter here. Okay, so boom.
All right now.
We definitely had some fun these last couple of episodes. We're excited for where we're going. And we want to piggyback off of the previous episode. We talked about attachment styles and kind of talked about our personal perspectives and opinions because they're not yours, they're ours. So eat the meat, throw away the bones.
Ooh.
And no, for real.
I love that energy.
Got to.
You know I do. You know I'm all for it's about me, not you. This is my story, not yours. You know I love that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So we want you guys to tune in to what we have going on and to join us. Make sure you subscribe and follow us. We're on social media. Talk to
I'm thirsty
us.
for like some attention on the interwebs, so please don't make me beg, because I will for a
What's
price.
that song? Ain't too proud to beg.
All right.
Don't you leave me, girl. So yeah, we're here and we're going to again piggy. I almost said pizzy.
Ooh.
It's the wine. We're gonna piggyback off of our last episode and we're gonna talk about
Filling your cup.
filling that cup all the way
Your
up
cup runneth over.
to the point where it does. That's the goal. Because in life, when you are creative, you're constantly pouring out, whether it's ideas. Oh! Somebody!
Wow. That was nice. Good. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Wow, I didn't think you had that in you.
Excuse me.
It was that, pardon me, like the very like dainty, sorry, for me.
So sorry, guys. That's not usually how I operate. In previous episodes, I barely even make a,
And we're just going to be like transparent. This is probably the latest that we've filmed an episode. So this is, and I'm going to be more transparent. I woke up, no alarm, at 6:45 this morning.
Oh, wow.
No alarm, no simulation. I woke up and I did like the funny, like, oh, I'm going to go back to sleep. Okay. Yeah, didn't happen. So I was up. So I was like, you know what? I think my bathroom needs to get cleaned. Like, that's who I am. I'm like, 6:45, we're going to turn music on, wake up all the motherfucking neighbors, and we're going to clean the motherfucking house. Good morning.
At 8:45
Yeah.
a.m. sharp.
If I'm up, you're up.
Ooh,
I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all. Y'all not going to get no sleep because of me.
I know that reference.
From what? No, she don't.
I just know her smacking the
Yeah.
pants.
No, it did turn into a meme, but that's Batgirls Club, Tanisha. Shout out.
I don't
Look,
unplugged.
I tell everyone when like they ask me like what I'm doing, and if I have any free time whatsoever, I'm washing. I'm watching trashy reality TV. It's, you know how people say like, oh, it's my guilty pleasure. I'm not guilty. I'm not apologizing for that. I'm not doing it.
Of all the things.
Not gonna do it.
That's crazy because I thought that guilty pleasure was like it's a guilty type of like
I think when people
sexual.
well, it can be, but I think a lot of times people use guilty pleasure as like something that is like watching like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. A lot of people call that a guilty pleasure because they know if they tell a lot of people they'll like be judged for it.
Yeah, because I wouldn't watch that. Oh, I'm just saying, like
I keep up.
And that's why you're here.
I keep up.
See, I'm plugged out and you're plugged in.
When I'm plugged in, no, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna do that.
It's the beat.
Not gonna do that. Not today.
That could have been a song.
It's a late night vibe. I like. It's given we need to like put this on like a streaming service that is less moderated than YouTube. So we're not gonna give that. That's not what it's given. Because you want to know what? I am ready to eat. But we're not going to do that. Not on my watch. Have you seen that meme? Where she's like, no. Like, literally, she does this number. She goes like this. She goes, not on my watch. Not on my... I'm waiting for my moment to be like, yeah, I'm waiting for it.
I don't know what would have to happen for that moment.
Me either, because it hasn't happened. But when it does, you're
gonna be ready. You're gonna feel it.
Yeah, I'm gonna either be. I'm gonna have to pause. Like somebody needs to pull the camera out right now, because I'm about to have it.
You're about to have it.
About to have it. My moment.
It's the warning for me. But you know what gets you in your moment? Having a full cup.
Ooh, see, girl, eat them up, eat them up, eat them, eat them up. Yes, no. That honestly, I'm not gonna say my age, but I'm a young man. But I've lived a life, and having a full cup, like, I've noticed that the people that I attract when my cup is full are like quality people. Yeah. The problem that I have is when I find something to pour that like love or that energy into, I find myself not like, doing like a little sprinkle or doing like a little like drop. Bitch, I go in. I'm like, yeah, I go, it's crazy. I pour too much. And then my cup that I spent my time filling up on my own, because a lot of people don't realize that you can fill up your own cup. Somebody doesn't have to fill your cup. You can fill your own cup. Once I fill my own cup, and people are like, ooh, I'm thirsty. I need some, sustenance. And I got this full cup. And they're like, oh, I want to go where the full cup is. Yeah. So when they come and they're near, I'm like, oh, here's some for you. Here's some for you. Here's some for you. And then I give it all away. Nobody's giving back to me. And that's not a character flaw on anybody. That's a character flaw on myself. But I think the message I'm trying to send is fill your cup. Because you want to know what happens when you have those people around you and you ain't got nothing to give. That's when you have like some serious major problems. Like people may expect you to always have your cup full and give something, and then you don't, and then it's like
resentment.
Yeah.
Now there's negative emotions that are brewing.
Yeah.
Over misunderstandings or miscommunication. Oh my God! Excuse me. So sorry.
Oh, is that cheap shit? Not cheap, but it's. We're not gonna get into it. Should we?
No.
Is this that? We'll say that for the messy.
The mess. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah. We'll break into messiness and some.
Because I got things to say. What is in this wine? My God, who am I? Yikes.
Well, as long as I'm here. I got you. We definitely go. Yeah, but as far as
I need you to like. Don't fill my cup. Empty it now. Oh. Yeah, empty it out. Throw it out. Throw the whole cup away.
But in doing so, when you have a full cup, I feel like you see the world a little bit differently. And you're more mindful. And you're more aware. And you're you have all those intrapersonal, I say that a lot on a lot of episodes, intrapersonal skills. Yeah. Knowing when and why. And then knowing when to not.
You want to know when your cup is full? When you can go to go to like the grocery store by yourself, or like go to like, my biggest thing is like going to like restaurants by myself. Like that is like the hardest thing for me to do, because I don't do that alone. I go shopping alone. I do a lot of things alone. But when you can like do those things where typically like another person is involved and you can do that by yourself, baby, your cup is full. Because that is hard. That is a hard thing to do. Yeah. But I like it. You gotta self-love, girl. We could do like 3 podcasts on that. Yeah. That is like my jam. Yeah. That is my jam. I love like self-love. I love like a good like face mask.
A nice spa day for yourself.
Yeah.
A treat me kind of day.
Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, like, I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be controversial. Can't nobody do a date like I can do for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
the dates that I take
love.
myself on,
Yeah.
like, I literally took myself on a date and went to, like, the movies, and, like, I was like, I'm gonna get a large popcorn, large drink, and some candy.
And I bet that was the best time you ever had.
It would have been, had it not been for some of the other people that were there. But I was in a good mood in the process of going. I was in a great mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, it's just the little things, like knowing that I can do those things for myself.
Because you have that self-love.
Yeah.
Your cup is full. It doesn't feel any other way except, spending some time with myself.
Could you imagine living a life being like, well, I can't go to the movies because I can't go by myself? Could you imagine a life where you're like, you limit yourself because you feel like you need another person? That is wild.
I feel like we've done it before, and then we slowly stopped.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, because we're always like, you have siblings, friends. You're always doing stuff with your friends, your family, or your siblings, whatever.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And in doing that, as you get older, either you get slightly hindered from that, or you develop a sense of, I need to go by myself.
Or you develop an attachment style.
And we talked about that in
those
last
things
episode.
Play a part. It does.
Yeah.
It really does. It's wild, the things that you would think, oh, that has nothing to do with such and such. No, it does.
Yeah.
When it comes to like stuff with like, I can't even like dive into that because it's
meaty. It's definitely a
heavy
topic.
Yeah,
I would definitely. I have some books, and in another episode, I'll
please
bring them out.
Yeah, I meant to bring you that one book. That
I remember.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely bring some just to kind of show the type of book. So just so that you guys are aware too. Like, excuse me. Oh my goodness gracious.
Goodness, girl.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Oh my.
But a lot of things that we're saying, obviously there are experts in the world who go to school for these things, and they have the experience of treating people that have, a certain way that they live life that may not be the healthiest. So I have a therapist, and I low-key got like a second one.
How do you feel about that? Like, how do you feel about like going to a therapist? How's that been working for you?
I love it. My therapist is the realest of the real.
Yeah.
Like, she's the bomb.com. Ask your mom.
Oh.
For real.
I've been thinking about it.
Oh my God. And like, it's like a gentle reminder that what you're feeling, you have every right to feel that way. That's why you're feeling feelings to begin with. There's a reason why your body feels that way when you get around someone, why your heart might race, why you feel empty, or why you feel sick, or why. Listen to your body. Like, it's someone basically reminding you of things that you probably already knew, but you were not aware.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody has sensors, just like in your body. When you eat food and all of a sudden you have this sensor that goes up that's like, I'm full, stop eating.
Yeah.
There are certain people that ignore that, and what
yeah.
happens? You get overweight.
Or they have like develop a really bad like eating disorder and like binge and purge and all whatever else. I mean, you get crazy because that kind of stuff, it can start off as like one thing and then spiral into something completely different. But in the same sense as like what you're talking about, like I've been thinking about getting a therapist because I tend to be like my friend's therapist. Like, I'm that friend. Like, everyone's like, oh my God, this is happening. What should I do? And I give them the advice and, but I'm also that person who's like, I give great advice, don't take it. So I feel like I need someone who's going to hold me accountable. And because not that my friends aren't great. They are great. Yeah. But I don't truly have someone who's going to say, you're kind of going off on the deep end there. But like, you need to like rein it in. Yeah. And I don't want to make that like my friend's responsibility, because there's people who literally get paid to be that. Like, pull it together. Sensors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I never put that pressure on like my friends. Like, you guys didn't tell me. It's like, well, but they're not psychologists. They didn't go to school for that. They may just think, oh, that's just Drew being Drew. You know what I'm saying? But they look at it very objectively. Like, I'm a client. I'm not my homeboy Drew. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna take things and see it as, well, I don't want to say something bad about my friend.
Yeah.
So I have been thinking about being a therapist, but I also do think that like I need like a really good therapist because I'm kind of I need someone to really like have a grip on what they're talking about because
they'll listen to you.
I like study this shit. I love this shit. Mm-hmm. So don't give me room to be like, sir, well, let's not.
Yeah,
you're
they're talking to you like that.
Base.
Yeah.
I need someone to really, and that's gonna be the hard part, and that's why like I haven't done a therapist. 'Cause I think I'm gonna have to like shop for a therapist.
Yeah, and always keep in mind that the first one's not always don't.
No, it's kind of like dating.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
gotta talk to different
I hate to tell you, but
you're not doing it.
It's not working out.
It's just like there are
I don't want to see you anymore.
There are people that I have met. Splash of tea. Ooh. There are people that I have met, right, that have these degrees.
Oh.
I've already told you this.
You did.
That's why I'm like.
That's why I'm like, okay, I'm checked in now.
Yeah, they have degrees. Mm-hmm. They not experts.
You know, that's
degree does not equal to an expert.
I ain't gotta say nothing else because
them college credits does not equal to
college
experience.
Having a college degree does not equate to intelligence.
Not at all.
You may. Have you ever heard like, oh, he or she is like good at school?
Ooh, I've never really heard of that. But that's a thing.
It is because studying people who like have a photographic memory, that's like surface level shit. That's not like internalized. That's memorizing like words and like, but that's not like understanding the meaning or understanding the depth of like how that could be applied in like different scenarios. Like the critical thinking that's required doesn't happen that way. So somebody can be really good at school, but does not know how to apply that outside of like a school setting. So you'll get these that's why you get these. I don't know if I want to do that.
We're just basically people that go to college, right? If you're going to go to college, at least be mindful that one day you're going to have to implement the things that you learned. And make sure.
Just know that there's,
that's just a word of advice for people that are not in college. There might be, young high schoolers that might chime in and listen because YouTube is available to all. Yeah. But just like any person on this floating rock, if you're going to go to college, make sure that while you're in there, you're also peeping how to speak to people with that knowledge.
And be, I hate to say this because I know a lot of people's parents are like, go where the money's at. Do something that you're passionate about.
Right.
That way your work doesn't feel like work.
And then you're affecting people that depend on your knowledge and depend on your expertise. They depend on you being the professional that they hired or that they looked into.
And I'm going to say something because I know right now we're talking like some young viewers right now. School is important.
Yes.
It's important. It's very, very important. If you don't want to do school, that's fine. There's a lot of successful people who don't go to school, who just have like a natural ability to do such and such and such, whatever.
Right.
But like these days, like getting just a bachelor's degree is not profitable. You've got to get like a master's. You got to get like a doctorate. It's like you got to work.
Yeah, that takes a while.
If you're gonna put that much time, that much money, that much effort into something, do something that you want to fucking do.
Right. And know the people.
Do not be miserable for 50 fucking years because it's gonna take you about 20 years to pay off your student loans, and you're supposed to retire after like 40 years. But that was back when there was like Social Security, which is going to be no longer a thing probably by the time that your viewers are going to college.
I heard about that.
So, look, we getting too political.
Yeah, let's reel it back in.
Sorry, when I say I'm plugged in, girl.
He means it.
Yeah. You're CIA, I'm on to you. Let me not say some shit like that. What the hell's wrong with me? Just kidding. Girl. What isn't that? How much is it?
He said, hold on, wait, put the cup down. But overall, your cup is full. See, this is what happened. When your cup is full, you definitely want to chime in more. Yeah. You want to be more aware, which is something.
Pour some of that shit out.
You're more aware, you're more in tuned, and you are always just watchful and mindful. And so when you are full, not only are you all those things that I listed, but you're also in a good mood. Like, even the littlest things can distract you for like 2.5 seconds. Then after that, you're reminded, like, man, I got so much stuff that I gotta focus on and get better at. You just literally, you're more tunnel vision with your goals and your dreams and everything else that you try to work out to become who you want to be.
Yeah.
The becoming process.
Diana Sawyer moment.
Dun, 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 dun.
I know. You're not going to ask my questions. I love being, like, inquisitive.
Yeah.
So, Nelly, what fills your cup? What is, like, one thing you were like, oh, like, I need, like, something to kind of, like, perk me up? What is something that you do that, like, just, you know is going to, like, brighten your day?
I love watching the show Inuyasha. It's an anime.
That's the gentleman with, like, long white hair?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I'm plugged in.
Listen, that show gets me, like, decompressed. I connect, and it goes into the whole inner filling up your cup. The inner child within me is completely satisfied. Once the inner child in me is completely satisfied, I feel that I'm able to function at a different level of, like, understanding, listening, talking, interacting with humans, because that's exhausting. But I'm able to do it with a different source of energy.
Why do you okay, so you say your inner child.
Yes.
Why does your inner child come into play when it comes to filling your cup?
Because that's all where it started.
Yeah.
She's the soul. She's the source. She's the station. She's like, I think of like video games where you got to find the generator to turn the power on for the whole building. That's literally what it is. It's like one of my favorite filmmakers, Ava DuVernay. She posted this on her Instagram story. She said her mom or some parent or family member sent her a picture of her when she was little, and then she captioned underneath, like, I wonder if this girl would be proud of me or happy or something. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I'll be having moments like that too. Like, one of my short films, I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I'm gonna be about it before I talk about it. But one of my short films kind of go into that, like, just going back and looking for the inner child, because people don't understand, like, that plays a huge role in your mindset. It changes the trajectory. I don't even know how to break it down without getting teary-eyed. It's like, oh my God, it affects everything.
No, it does. I don't think a lot of people realize, like, some of the things that you do, like when people are like ashamed that they like watch cartoons, or when people are like ashamed that they like play video games.
Baby.
Like, but you're sometimes like that shame isn't even yours. That's like your parents' shame, or you know what I'm saying?
That's society. And that's
and it is.
And who is society?
And like that young child at some point has to kind of like get their moment where they're like yes, like I had my moment, like when I went to Disney last year, my inner child had a full fucking moment. Girl, yes, that was Six Flags, but that's okay because same, especially when I went to Epcot. At that time, Epcot is like kind of like not like adults, but it's definitely less family friendly than like Magic Kingdom. And so at that, mind you, I was single. I wasn't going with nobody. I was Uncle Drew at the time, so I had the kids, and then at one point there was no kids.
Right.
And so at the time I was doing Epcot, it was they had like a world festival going on where they had like all these different like foods and drinks from all over the world. Girl. Now, mind you, it was adult activities. I felt like a fucking kid, though. I felt like a kid. I was like, because here's what it was. Here I am, 20-something years old. I'm not telling you my age. 20-something. And I had all of Disney to, like, be mine. And I could do whatever I wanted to do. And it's like, the last time I went to Disney, because that was the second time I've ever gone to Disney. I went with, like, some family members that were not very nice to me. And they made the experience not so pleasant, so I got to like take it back and make it mine. What I would have wanted at that time when I was a kid. So that young kid now feels like
we got it.
We did. We did it.
We got our moment. I like that you said that, because that's one of the main reasons why I say connecting with your inner child is so important, because there are moments that were stolen from you.
Absolutely.
Moments that you would have figured out a different part of yourself at a young age to better process your life as you grow up.
Yeah.
But those moments could have been stolen, taken, disrupted by people who do not know what it means to truly embrace their inner child.
That's what it is. That's what it is. If that person has not experienced like the feeling that you would get from like fulfilling an inner child moment, why wouldn't they steal it from you? Why wouldn't they? Well, if someone who has always lacked like a child moment, and that's kind of crazy. That's like groundbreaking shit. That really it's making some shit click in my mind. It is, because
we love it when things click.
Because not to get too deep, but there was a family member in my family who just like, it seemed like when the kids were having fun, he was miserable and wanted to make our time miserable too. Like literally there was a moment where we were at the house and we were just doing whatever, just hanging out, and we saw this person pull into the driveway and the mood changed. The mood changed because we knew like it's not gonna be fun anymore. And not that childhood was all about being fun or whatever, but it was, when we say it wasn't gonna be fun, it was about to be hell.
Oh Lord.
Like it was bad. But I know their family history, and knowing how they grew up, it makes sense why they wouldn't want to see a young child be like happy and that's sad.
It is.
It's a sad way to live your life. I mean, I can't. That's, you know about being messy, girl. That is beyond messy. I could really get into some tea, but that's like my personal family, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. 'Cause I know for a fact these folks ain't tuning in, but that's beyond the point. I don't do that. But that is crazy, because when I think about that kind of stuff, I think about like my experience. I've never really had to like be subjective and think about someone else's experience. I love that.
Yeah.
I love just having like insight. Like I don't have to know what you're going through or know who you are, but I love having insight or having like enough empathy to be like, I get it.
Yeah.
That allows me to be a little bit more gracious.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I don't care about like what's going on over there in your camp, because I got to sleep with me.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not sleeping with your conscience. I'm not sleeping with your burdens.
Right.
I'm sleeping with mine. And if I'm going to be selfish about one thing, I'm going to be selfish about that.
Your peace.
Absolutely.
More than anything.
If anything, considering the dynamic was child and adult. Somebody had a little bit more responsibility in that situation. Somebody had to.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the child.
Wow.
The
mics are definitely hot. That was very clear.
I know that one was very intentional. But that was good.
That's where
was good, girl.
That's the process when you are reading.
Wow.
Reading. I'm blind in my right eye.
I
can't see. I'm blind.
Come on, SZA.
Yeah, I can't get. Isn't that SZA? Who sings that?
SZA.
SZA. Yeah, I can't.
Oh, that was a moment. I mean,
Beautiful.
We can save that for like the moment where we do the music, because we could save that, because I have something to say about that.
Yeah, I was just gonna finish off our little segment about filling our cup with. I read psychology books. I'm connected. It's weird. It's not weird. It's strategic, because I'm always connected with people who went to school for psychology, studied psychology, or they are invested in psychology.
What made you interested in psychology to begin with?
Just understanding the way the mind works. And because I'm such a like big-hearted person, I'm always wanting to know someone's like origin, like what made you become who you are, because it's sad to see that you are this way. I'm not going to try to fix you. It's not my job. But I'm genuinely curious as to like
what made you,
where did it go wrong?
Yeah. Or
when did you turn left instead
what was
of
the
right?
moment? Like I love when like I'm talking to someone and like we're like doing like a deep dive and they like say something and I'm like,
That's what it is.
That was it. That was the moment right there where everything changed.
This is where this is what makes me like feel weird. I start thinking about like, okay, so can you connect back with yourself at that moment and try to figure out how to get that funk out, how to, you know what I'm saying?
But that requires like this skill that is honestly, it's shocking that people don't have it. Where like people have to like look inwards, but not in like a selfish perspective, but like in a very like introspective way. Do you know how many people lack that skill to look inwards and say, babe, that's not it? Do you know how many people lack that skill? That is insane to me.
We need to look up the numbers.
No, it's insane. I have talked, well, I'm not going to be over here like statistics say, I'm not going to do that.
Well, I just want to know what psychologists would say, or what's the percentage based off of like people that are in therapy and stuff like that. I want to know like what the numbers are.
What I think it is I think a lot of people are aware of like this is the problem I need to fix, but instead of taking the time to do that, it's way easier to say, I'll get to it when it's really a thing.
Yeah, okay.
But when your childhood trauma rears its ugly head in every situation of your life,
ooh, you're
baby, it's time.
Oh my God.
It's time. It's time to have a sit down with that young man or that young girl, and let's sort this out.
Oh my goodness.
Because it's not. Because here's the thing, and this was a lesson, girl. This was like a word, like about like, because I used to be so big on like closure. Like I've got to find the end of this chapter, and I thought that me and like the person that I had conflict with or whatever, like we had to close the chapter together. But then I learned that closure is not for them. Or actually, closure is for them. Closure gives them opportunities to say, I was wrong, or I'm sorry, and that just gives you like the human peace of mind that you need to say, okay, maybe they're not as bad of a person as I thought. Or maybe they are. Ooh. And maybe you can say, no, I'm good on you. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You can be you, and I'm going to be me, and we're going to do that in, like, separate lanes, and that's fine.
Right.
Because when you're holding on, like, some kind of conflict with another person, and you think that you need to have, like, that moment with that person...
That's a waste.
It is, because what if that never happens? And then you're harboring this energy for God knows how long when you can just say, no, I'm good.
Or just look at the situation for exactly what it is.
For what it is. And say,
this is what happened. Oh, wow, you did that because you wanted to do that. Next.
And that's who you are. And I'm not okay with that. And that's also okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Preaching.
You can be who you are and I'm going to be who I am.
Preach.
It is. And if you're going to take anything away from this episode, you don't need closure. No. What you need is to remind yourself that you were a person that was capable of dealing with these problems before this person came along, and you can be that person afterwards. Okay? Whoever you were before them, they're alive. And they can exist outside of that situation as well.
Absolutely. I love all of that because it reminds the creator in me, if anything, that's why you have to continuously connect with your inner child, and then you have to see situations for what they are, because as a creative individual, that's kind of how life is. Yeah. And outside of the creative realm, when you interact with people who do not have that creative eye, a situation is going to be exactly what it is, not what you fantasize for it to be, not what you're going to write in a story, write in a movie, write in a script. However you're going to create the things that you're going to create, whatever you're creating on this planet, you're going to have to sometimes get out of that and see the world through the non-creative eyes. Yeah. It's rough because I struggle with that. Like, I'll be like...
I like to live in a fantasy.
It's rough.
I like to live in a world where I'm like, nobody's trying to hurt me.
Child.
Nobody's trying to do me anything crazy to me.
Tried it. And
girl,
I woke up with a smack. Like, I got smacked across my face.
I literally got smacked, bitch.
That still burns.
Literally.
You said that in the last episode.
Yeah. That's, but you know what? And when people say this, I always think, shut the fuck up. But I wouldn't I wouldn't have wanted to go through life without going through that. Because
you
I
feel
needed
that
it.
It was necessary.
I needed it. Maybe not to the extremes that I went to. Maybe not as all of it. I'm sure I could have done without some of it.
Yeah.
But I needed something to kind of like shake me and wake me up, because I do think I was living. I mean, we could really get into it, but I was, girl.
Okay.
That was like, because that was that. Not that it's fresh, but that was like 5 years ago.
It can still seem fresh.
And I've never really like truly sat down and like had my way with the situation. I've always like talked about it a little bit, and like they're like, oh my god, he's a piece of shit. I'm like, yeah, and that's like the end of the conversation. It's like, but there was like more. There was like trauma that happened in that situation, but I wouldn't change it, because I think had that not happened, I wouldn't be the person that I am today.
Yeah.
I would be I would still be like a big ass kid. I mean, I consider myself a big ass kid, but I would genuinely be like just naive.
Yeah.
And dumb. Not dumb, but
naive.
We can keep it at naive. Yeah.
Yeah. That's absolutely insane. I'm glad that you're here. And I'm waiting.
Well, he wasn't gonna take me out.
I mean,
he may have beat me up. He was gonna take me out.
No, I mean, like, I'm glad that you're here in this state that we are in, but
girl,
I'm glad.
Perseverance, babe.
Yeah.
Perseverance. Spell it.
I spelled it.
Okay. Spell check? I'm just kidding. Grammar?
Well,
oh my god, I lost a spelling bee.
Whoa. Was that a moment? Why?
It was a moment.
That was a moment. Did it like really hurt?
I lost a spelling bee because of the word bouquet.
Ooh. Hold on, because I don't even know how to spell it.
I know how to spell it. I knew how to fucking spell it.
Okay.
That was the very first time.
Is there a Q in there?
There is two.
There's
no,
two?
there's one. B-O-Q-U-E-T.
B-O-U-Q.
B-O-Q-U-E-T.
B-O-Q-U-E-T.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. It's spelled
I spelled it like B-O-K-A-Y or some shit. I don't know why I did that.
What grade?
This was like in like 7th grade.
Oh.
I will never. I need closure on that. Yeah, I need I need to like talk to like the librarian, because she looked at me and her look. That's what it really was. It was the fact that the whole room was kind of like. Yeah, everybody was kind of like. This is what she said to me. I'll never forget it. The words, the trauma.
Because you'll never forget it.
I'll never forget it.
That's when you know.
She said, that was close, and I can see why you spelled it that way. But that was not correct. Yeah, that's what she said to me. And then she was like, okay, go back to fifth period. And I was like, yeah. Because here's why there was pressure. Because it started off with like 50 students. I was in the top 4, and we were going to go to like a regional situation.
Okay.
So I was really up there. So I was like, oh my God, I'm like a young black man. I'm like super smart and like shit. I know how to spell. Like, I'm like, get in my bag. And that was my moment, because there was no other people who looked like me up there.
That's right.
And at that time, I was really going through like a crisis where like I'm like, who am I? Where do I belong?
Oh my God, that's the thing.
Know. So I was like, I'm gonna be with like the nerds. I'm gonna be like the smart kids. Like everyone was like copying my homework. So I was like, and then after that happened, they were like, maybe he's not that smart. I'm like, bitch, you can't read. You know how we read out loud? And they're like, and it's like, girl, and
oh my God. Yeah.
So I was like, don't come for me.
Oh God.
I know her name.
Oh,
I'll say her name.
You remember her name?
I do remember her name.
Okay, well, we're not gonna. We're definitely not gonna name drop. We can name drop when
she couldn't read.
Mike's is no longer hot. Is when we'll.
So you say the message. The young man I need to talk to. We angry. We pissed. We got some things we need to talk about. I didn't realize that until just now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're gonna have a conversation when we get home.
It be like that.
It do.
It do.
Wait till I get in the car. Wait till I get in that motherfucker. What the fuck were you talking about in there? You had some motherfucking nerve, bitch. Me and him gonna have it out.
Dog, don't do your young man.
No,
like,
we
don't
gonna
do your
talk.
young
You
man
have
like that.
really on the podcast. That's what we gonna get in the car.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna get in the car.
Get in the car.
It's gonna be one of them rides where we both silent.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Your inner child.
Wait,
needs
the whole time I'm
grace.
like, wait till we get home.
But your inner child needs grace.
My inner child needs to like.
He needs grace because he
does
didn't
need
know.
grace. He does.
Yeah, he was, and there was probably like tiny little things that led up to you being anxious. You know what I mean? That's a whole topic for a whole nother
Because
day.
once upon a time, not long ago, what'd you just do? Lick the mic?
No, I just like leaned in too much.
Oh, she was like. She was like. Had a moment with the mic.
It felt so weird, like something touched my lip. Had me like.
Oh, you haven't had a weird sensation, and maybe your brother can attest. Have you ever had that weird moment where when you go to the barber, how much facial hair do you have? I can't tell. Do they be shaving your lip?
Yeah.
Have you ever had that moment where the barber is like touching up your lip, and it like tickles or like is like weird, and you like jerk back, and they're like, "The fuck are you doing?" I say, "Hold on, homeboy, you near my lips." We both have a moment where we like. I pull back, he pulled back. We both just like,
"What's up?"
Yeah, what the fuck? What you doing? He's looking at me like, "What you doing?"
I'm looking at you. Looking at me.
Yeah, we both have the same number. What the fuck is happening here? The hell's going on? That's why I don't go to the barber no more, because they be doing too much. I'm like, hold on now, funny with that wrist.
Looking at me like I'm looking at him. Like,
Yeah, because there was one time like me and this barber, we like went way back. Like, he used to cut my hair like all the time. He used to tear my shit up. Like, I mean, he used to have me clean as hell. And I never had this. It never happened to me before. But one time I went and he was doing my mustache, and then he did something, and I just like I did something with my face, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I was like, "You got like new clippers or the hell?"
How did you look at him?
Cause my lip did something. It's cause I'm down, he up, so I'm got my little thing on. I did, cause he's like in my face, like. You get a test. They be like all up on you. They be like really on you. So he's like over in my face and he do that.
But the fact that the way you look up is crazy.
Yeah, because I knew it, because he had cut my face so many times. Right, and I ain't got no arm. Ain't got no arm, just head just snapping up like. Come on now. We took a moment. We like looked at each other. We like locked eyes. Like, all right, get back to it now. But
my face.
It was a lot. I ain't never felt nothing like that before. I mean, I felt out of control of my face.
Your head.
Yeah, it was the lip. The lip did something, and I think he was startled. Like, he hurt me. Like, he ain't hurt me, but my face just like reacted. I couldn't even control it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was.
My shit hurt.
I'm not even sure why I went into that, but I'm not entirely sure what led to that part of the conversation. But
But it's the way you looked at.
I did, because he's all up on me. He's like in my face. Like, you have no idea. The way I'm describing it doesn't give it no justice. Because I mean, when I tell you like this is my face, this is him. We like looking at each other like, the fuck just happened? Both of us confused as hell.
Just looking at him.
Because I didn't have no control. It wasn't like I did it on purpose. I was just like, my lip just, I don't know what the fuck. But I thought it was him. So I'm like, you ain't never did that before. We got too close to something. They hit a nerve. I didn't even know there was nerves in my lip. Girl, it was a problem.
I could tell.
We had to talk about that afterwards. Like, I don't know what you was doing there, friend. You got too close to something. I don't know. I think I heard his feelings. I went to another barber after that. And he was like, came in, my hairline's all pushed back. He's like, really? If I'm gonna spend $40 on a haircut, don't make my lip twitch. What the fuck? He was like, bruh, like I gotta do all this work and you done got your hair. I'm like, you made me uncomfortable. We gonna talk about our feelings today. Okay, literally, physically uncomfortable. I don't know what my face did. You didn't know what it did either. We both jumped back.
Oh my god. It's just the fact that you have the cape on.
Yeah, it's the visuals for you. Like, just a hand.
Like,
sir?
It's all in the body language. Because the body language is a whole conversation.
And that's my main, like, way of communicating. So I'm not always very, oh
my god.
I'm not always very articulate with my words. So sometimes the face has got to give it to you.
I believe it, because it be cracking me up.
Girl.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know how long it, I don't know. My heart and mind is cleared. There was more, but that's what the next episode is for.
Absolutely.
That was funny. We got to leave it on that, because my face is like, no.
Oh my god, I can't.
This is crazy. My face is like, it hurts. I need some ice.
It's the story times.
It's definitely the story times.
Not the list, girl. Not the list. Is that your younger child coming through?
He says he wants to come out and play.
Oh, it's getting late. Wow.
It is. You know what? Welcome again to the Nelly Drayton Show.
Someone is slap happy. Someone's inner child is coming out to play. Is that what you said? That's what you said.
Coming out to play.
Oh, wow. Girl. She's here.
Welcome. My inner child is satisfied with the woman I'm becoming. She would be happy.
Yes.
I'm going to go hold her hand and talk to her about how we've definitely come a long way. And she's going to be happy to know that I would kill for her.
What do you think your younger self, what your inner child, what do you think would make them what's like the thing that would be like, oh my god, like so much like tension from like my childhood would be released if I like got to do this?
Play all the video games.
I forget, because you said you were like super sheltered. Yeah,
I was locked in. I was playing
games video on the games and like you went like old school shit.
Yep, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
When I was dead broke, your mother bought me all of this.
Oh,
straight off the top. There's a guy. I think his name's like Hot Damn I Rock. He's like an old YouTuber. I think he might still be doing YouTube. I don't know, but he has some funny stuff that I grew up watching when I was like in middle school. But Power Stone on Sega Genesis.
That's on Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
Yeah.
My bad.
See, look, I'm plugged in.
You know about Power Stone? I be watching gameplays on YouTube.
And the only reason why I know that, memory core unlocked. So my cousins always had like the newest video games. We were not wealthy growing up. We were kind of poor. So when we had a Super Nintendo, bitch, we was tearing that. That thing stopped working.
Because y'all was playing.
Yeah, we burned that bitch the fuck up.
Oh my god.
But my cousins, on my mom's side, always had like the newest. So they had a Dreamcast, which at this time it was like the thing.
It was the
thing.
Yeah.
And they had that game on there, and they kicked our asses. And I was like, that's not fair, because you guys play all the time.
Lord.
And we only come over like once a month, and we don't really. And it was like, so that's the only reason why I remember that game, because one of these days I'm gonna get my redemption.
Ooh,
and my inner child's gonna be like, it's about time.
I mean,
let them bitches have it.
Get it.
Yeah.
I am a advocate of embracing your inner child and getting that lick bag.
No, but I have been doing this thing. Only because you brought up video games, and I am like a nerd or whatever, like I'm a dweeb or whatever the fuck. Yeah. So I have been doing this thing where like some of the games that have like brought me the most joy when I was a kid, I have been, because a lot of games, which I don't know if the audience are going to be, whatever, but a lot of game consoles now have capabilities of like
playing the older
games.
Yep, that's how my Nintendo Wii U is.
Yeah, so I've been going back to like some old stuff that used to really like bring me so much joy, and just seeing if I can like recapture that. But you know what I think the problem is? I think that young person, because I used to like do this thing with like my younger sister, and we used to like play video games, but we would kind of like, this is gonna sound so gay, I know, but so we used to play video games. We used to like, you know how like people would like play dolls, like make stories.
Yeah,
that's what we were doing with like the video games, though.
That's
like we were literally
dope.
Playing, yeah, we would play video games, and we'd be like, we're like making our own story. And so I think a lot of my childhood was like locked into like that, like creating my own kind of like fun.
That's the way life is, though.
But the only reason why I was like that is because, I mean, I had 5 siblings, but I always like played by myself because they were like, you're like too annoying, or you're like too loud, or you're like, you know, always get us in trouble. So they didn't want to play with me. So I always played by myself. So I had like a crazy amount of like imagination. And now I'm like, I gotta like pay bills, and like my car payments due. I can't buy that game because that's gonna like cost too much, and like real life kind of gets in the way.
It does
too much,
and that's why like there's a lot of people that are grown babies.
Yeah,
I mean they stop emotionally growing.
Bitch.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Goo goo gaga.
Gaga.
That's me. I'm a grown up.
Juice.
I do. Or do. Yeah, that's me.
Dog.
I am. I do think I'm like a big ass kid. I say that all the time. I say all the time, like if I could truly believe that I'm stuck in an age, I feel like I'm stuck in like 17, 18 years old.
Ooh, I know there are some people that are stuck. Like emotionally, they are not mature enough.
Not emotionally, absolutely not.
Yeah,
I'm definitely like emotionally in touch, but like just like my attitude about like life, I think is stuck in like 17, 18 years old. Like I'm just kind of like, I just want to have a good time. I just want to have fun, but I'm responsible. I make sure my bills are paid. I work hard. We're good over here. Okay. Don't worry about that. But I think I just, you know, I want to make sure that when I'm like 60, 70 years old, I'm not like, damn, I should have like did this. Or, damn, I should have done that. I should have had fun when I was like, you know, had this body. Because that's kind of where I'm at now. She's like, hello, I'm here. She always gets to make an appearance.
Always got to make an appearance.
Especially during our shows. I don't get it.
She was doing it during the real spill.
Oh. Well, she like take a break.
For real.
But, yeah, I'm going to be 19 forever.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think the moral of the story and what we would like for you all to take from this is that embracing your inner child is like step 1 to having a cup always filled.
To even acknowledge that you have a cup that you need to fill. That
part. Because where are you filling it from? What are you filling in it to begin with?
And is that cup like a sippy cup, or is it like a regular cup? Is it like a big gulp? Like what kind of cup you got, babe?
Because some people require a lot of love, and that's okay. That's why the creative community should be more open-minded throughout all age groups. Yeah. Honestly, because it's a thing. When you don't have, when you're lacking information because you were sheltered, or in my case, really just sheltered, you did not experience a lot of things, so you're having to make up for it, and people are not aware of that, so they approach you with just insensitive to your upbringing. Yeah, and that's why it pays to be an open-minded person. It really does,
and you should always.
It takes you far.
Yeah, and you should just always accept people for where they're at, because you don't know where they came from.
That's right.
Because we're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, we are. I think my heart. We said this like what?
I know, it's like the third. We're like going the third way around. I think we're like trying to make an outro.
We're trying.
Yeah, but with something I keep saying something, or you keep saying something, we just keep getting
because
like sucked in. It's a good conversation to have.
It's meaty information, and it's good to sharing is caring. At the end of the day, like I said, we want you all to just be able to take a lot of this information, eat the meat, throw away the bones, apply what does to you, add to it by even sending us messages, emails,
commenting
or comments on the channel, on our posts, to add, because. This could be
a conversation that someone needed.
Right. It's open. All hearts and minds are welcome, and they matter. Emotional intelligence matters on this table.
And you guys are absolutely a part of the conversation. Like when I say I am plugged in, all right, I'm checking our YouTube videos every single day, checking the comments on my Instagram, checking the comments. I could not just because I'm like, I need like attention. We absolutely.
I
want to know if people are saying like this isn't working. what's not working? What are we doing that's not working? Or if somebody's like, I don't like when so-and-so talks about this, then like, because I want us to be something that's like catering to the people that are watching us, not catering to a mass outside of us.
Well, people that genuinely
I want the
like,
people who are watching this, who are going to take the time to comment. I want to make sure that we're doing something that they want to see.
Right. We're going to touch on topics that you all share with us because it's important. I'm in network with a lot of professional individuals outside of the creative world. Like, I think everything's creative in its own way.
Yeah.
But I'm going to always be an advocate of emotional intelligence and say, go talk to a therapist or go see what works best for you. Because, sometimes maybe just spending more time with your family might be the therapy that you need. There's a lot of different things, a lot of different ways to process life. And we're here to talk about what we've experienced. And again, eat the meat, throw away the bones, add or take away, do whatever. At the end of the day, go see a therapist or do whatever you got to do.
Or just
for
seek
you.
help.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah, just let someone know
you
you need help. Let
Absolutely.
Like someone in your school know you need help. Let your family members know you need help. Let your friends know you need help. Just letting people know that, like, hey, I need something from somebody.
Right.
That alone is enough to let people know, like, okay. Like, if I don't do something, then, like, this is kind of like a deal that's a little bit bigger than myself. So,
yeah.
And
I'm definitely open into bringing on some mental health experts.
I may have already talked to some.
Ooh.
Girl, I've been working.
This is what I love about you.
I've been working.
Yeah, we're definitely, because we're not going to just have our mouths on the mic. We're definitely going to have people who are experts as well. Yeah. And they're going to attest to the things that we were taught from each other or other experts that we're connected to, and experiences as well. So we thank you all so much for watching. We hope you liked it, loved it, and want more of it.